All right, we're back after the fire alarm here with Lakeshore coach Craig Jones. Coach, we were, when I last left you, we were talking about the secondary. Cullen Ziegler had maybe his coming out party in the 7-on-7 tournament, and Brendan Perry gives you two good players to start things off of in the secondary.
Well, we've got four of our five guys are all returning starters in the secondary, and then Colin has had to step in and spot play at different points last year. And even if Michael got, I think there was a game or two where Michael didn't start, where Colin had to step in and play, so he's got some experience as well. But Brendan Perry has started since he was a freshman, and he'll be going into his third year. We got Colin as the other corner, and then our three safeties, Mackie Belliot is going to be a 3-year starter who started as a linebacker as a sophomore, and then we bumped him out to safety. Had a really, really good season last year. Adam Randolph, another junior, is going to be going into his third year as a starter, and he's be our other down safety. And then John Hogue is a kid who came in and started for us last year at free safety. And then also Aubrey Womack is a kid who started at free safety as a freshman. And then depending on what happens with our quarterback position, if he's not the guy we go with, then obviously he'll be able to step in on the defense side of the ball, and he'd have a big impact there as well.
DBs and linebackers are kind of the same. It's just because your scheme. So it's not just to talk about some of the linebackers, because some of them could have their hand in the ground some plays. Some could be back in coverage, more DB like. So just talk. I mean, we rounded out the defense talking about your linebackers.
Well, I feel like we've got four guys right now. We've got one senior in Brennan Hetro, who has been at that position 4 years. We haven't moved him around. He knows defense inside and out. He's got a lot of experience, and he's fighting for one of those two inside backer positions. We have a junior that we moved over from the offensive side, in Simon Willie, who has kind of gone through the learning curve of learning the defense. And then I kind of felt like towards the back end of the spring and then heading into the summer, it really clicked for him. And he's not a kid that we've ever questioned from a physical standpoint. He's got to learn the defensive scheme now. He's been a kid. It's been an offense for 2 years. So I'm excited about him. And then we've got two sophomores who got a lot of the playing time during the spring, in Devin Wallbacker and Daniel Melton, who are two good-sized kids that can both run. Really excited for them stepping in as two sophomores in the program, especially at a linebacker position where we graduated two senior starters. So it's exciting to have a little bit of depth there and gives you a little bit more flexibility. Devin was a kid who played as a safety as a freshman, and then we've moved him down into one of the inside backer positions. So he's going to give us some flexibility as well to do some stuff within our packages.
My last question, and I'm interested in to see your opinion on this. Do you embrace the expectation level? Fan is short for fanatic. So when fans, every year from this point forward, it's going to be compared to, if we don't go to the Dome, it's a failure. How do you approach that in terms of the team, to where, you may have a better team, but they may not have it. More fire alarm time. We're just going to push through here because it'll pick up the sound, and hopefully the fire alarm goes away. You may have a better team, and it may be a better team, and they may reach their potential, but you may not go as far. How do you approach that, and what's your view on that, really?
I think it goes back to what you asked to start this whole thing off. I think each year is different. Your kids are different. The makeup of your school is different. Your parents are different. Everything's different. And if you define your success by your wins and losses, I don't know if you're approaching it the right way. If you know that you've got a team that maybe isn't as athletically gifted as what you had the year before, is it fair to compare the two, or are you going to judge your team's growth as people, as players, and all those things? Are you doing right by the kids? Are you putting unfair expectations on them as you go through? It's a tough question to answer, Obviously everybody wants to go to the Dome every year and would love to.
Well,
raise
I'm
a
not saying
trophy
you don't want to
every
do that,
year.
but you know what I mean. Where it's going to be fans and parents. Oh, if Lakeshore's been to the Dome, so they should go to the Dome every year. That's, I guess, my approach. And you're just saying it's if the 2018 team can live up to their what they're capable of, you're going to be a happy coach.
I think if we can handle things the way we handled them last year, from the aspect of whatever is said outside of these walls, we don't care. We're only going to focus on what our opponent is that week. And, going through the playoff run last year, everybody talking about getting ready to go play Neville in the quarterfinals and Carr in a state championship game and having the rematch against Rain. The group did a really good job of just blocking that out and just focusing on what we needed to do to win the game. And if we can do that year in, year out, we'll be successful. I have no question in that.